Welcome to JermaineAuNatural. I am Jermaine Ryan. And I'm brushing my teeth again. Still using the Garners Garden. If you have not seen my initial video, the very first time that I tried them, and always remember that any videos that pop up above are always going to be linked down below so that you can watch them after this one. But you should still watch because there's a lot of detail about all of the ingredients. I have been getting the original peppermint and the regular strength. Love it, love it, love it. And it does warn if you go onto the website and look at it, like the peppermint or the cinnamon is a little bit stronger. It's stronger. It's strong like bull. So I decided, I like cinnamon. I went ahead and ordered the Oral Care Trio in the cinnamon flavor. So I've got the Oxy Pulling, I've got the Mouthwash, and then of course with the powder is either just the regular powder or you have the organic kind. So the powder does not come in a flavor, but we're here to talk about how these two work. The original method of pulling was oil pulling, which is an ancient Indian method, and people actually do still do it today. And I think from everything that I read, you can do it with any oil, but extra virgin or just virgin coconut oil is what a lot of people use. You swish it around for 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes. Like a whole TV show, depending on what you watch, but like a whole TV show worth of just from everything that I've read, and I'll have a few articles linked down below as well, is that the Oxy Pulling is better because you do these for 20 to 30 seconds. I've never done oil pulling. I mean, and it's a great, it's the stepping stone for Oxy Pulling was oil pulling. I just can't imagine doing that for 20 to 30 minutes. So that was one of the things that I did find was, and from what I read was the main benefit that makes the Oxy Pulling better than oil pulling. The Oxy Pulling is made with 2% grade H2O2, which is going to help with healing things like gum disease, cavities, pyorrhea, and same thing with the mouthwash. Now the mouthwash is made with 3% food grade H2O2. And in addition to that, some of the other natural ingredients in here are going to be tea tree oil, which specifically in the Oxy Pulling is activated charcoal. Now the extra thing with both of these is the cinnamon. And with the cinnamon, cinnamon is just great. It's just a great antibacterial. So it stops bacteria that are responsible for both gum disease and tooth decay. And the best way to do that is with having actual things that you're using to brush your teeth that are going to help that, and opposed to your traditional find it everywhere, been around forever toothpastes that are full of sugars and other things that are not really that great. Let's get into these, and make sure you stay around for the end of the video for what it said, what it did, and if there's anything that I need. I have my towel on because the process of brushing with the Oxy Pulling is messy. When you order your Oral Care Trio using my promo code JermaineAuNat, which will be linked down below and also displayed right here, JermaineAuNat. Use that to order anything when you order anything from Garner's Garden. It's gonna have your Oxy Pulling, it's gonna have your mouthwash, and it's going to have the tooth powder. In addition to the tooth powder, it will also come with this nice green little spoon. You might be thinking, a spoon? The spoon is mainly used for the tooth powder. Typically, I would do 2 spoons, and that's what I would use to swish around with my mouth. In the original video, one of my subscribers was like, I couldn't deal with the spoon. It was just way too much for me. I started using the top to a medicine bottle. Or you know how with like the medicines, like the liquid medicine, how it comes with that little pre-measured top? That's what they were talking about that they used was that, and that's what they would put their, the liquid part of it, the pulling and the mouthwash in. Super, I'm like, I never thought about that. That's so smart. I mean, it seems like it would be common sense, but I just never thought of it. Well, I have not had to buy any liquid cold medicine. So what better than a shot glass? Well, this one is metal, but so first thing you want to do, shake it up. Take your spoon. Like I said, I'm gonna do this over here because I will spill. It ends up being just a little bit less than a half a shot. That's cinnamon. Shoot it. And so, I also like to talk while I'm doing things like brushing my teeth. So while I'm switching this around for 30 seconds, I will go ahead and do the same thing with my mouthwash. All right, back. Ooh, spitting all over the place. Mouth is rinsed. That cinnamon is just, it's cinnamon. It does say that after you gargle, you can rinse your mouth if necessary. I find that because of the cinnamoniousness of the cinnamon kind, I do need a light rinse. I'm gonna go ahead and floss, and then we'll go ahead, I'll come back and we'll go through the actual mouthwash tooth powder part of it. My mouth actually honestly feels like I've already brushed it, even though I haven't. Now we have the mouthwash and tooth powder. So for like the mouthwash, it says squirt about 2/3 of an ounce into your mouth. So taking it back, I just like to pre-measure better. That way I can kind of control how much I'm using. Because if I just squirt it in my mouth, I have done it before and I filled my mouth. Wait, I don't know if this is going the right way. I've put too much in my mouth before, and it says on the back of this, use a 1/4 teaspoon of the tooth powder, which does equal out being just the tip. This is how I do it, right? Shoot the mouthwash, tilt it to the front like so, spoon. Just there. And then you switch for 10 to 20 seconds. Toothbrush. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I am actually doing that as though you can see like taste coming out of my mouth, but you can't. So let's talk about what it said, what it did, and if there's anything that I need from it. Since using it for almost a year now, number one, it does do everything that it says that it's going to do. There are a few things that I did mention in the original video that I still will mention in this one. I have teeth sensitivities where cold things or really, really hot things, you know, what cause that sharp zip of pain, that zingbot down here and up here. Since using the Garner or Trio regularly, I do not have that sensitivity anymore. Don't get ahead of yourself, Jermaine. Okay, take your time. I've been asked before by several different people just out, like, what do you use to whiten your teeth? And, you know, I have to tell them, like, I don't whiten my teeth. As you can see, my teeth are white. Don't let the ring light fool you. They were white in real life. Another thing that's really, really interesting, and something that I did again mention in the original video, is that when I use very specifically the oxy pulling part, it loosens like hidden food in there. It's the most interesting thing to me. Let's talk about the cinnamon flavor. Strong. It does mention on the site, because the cinnamon can be a little bit strong, you know, you might want to be cautious with it. If you start to feel blisters or like really severe burning, then you definitely want to stop using it. The mouthwash to me has more of that cinnamon kick than the oxy pulling does. So this is like a more streamlined version of me brushing my teeth. Typically me brushing my teeth is oiling up or putting moisturizer on, or I might be putting stuff on my face. So I multitask most of the time. You know, doing multiple things while I've got the mouthwash around in my mouth. And sometimes it's just the mouthwash before I've even done done the tooth powder, and it gets to a point where you ever had something like cinnamony, like, I don't know. I know some people find Big Red really, really strong. Personally, that's my favorite type of general chewing gum. And it gets to a point where it's so cinnamony that you get that partial, like you get that tear that just starts to happen. Like you start welling up in just one eye. Listen. I'm going back to the peppermint. I'm going back to the peppermint. I like the cinnamon. It works well. I just like the peppermint and how it lingers a little bit better. I would recommend either one, but as stated, cinnamon, strong like bull. If you have used Garner's Garden, comment down below. If you do the oil pulling process, let me know how that works for you. This has been my staple toothpaste. Hit the like button. Punch the subscribe because it's right there. Punch the notification bell so that you can stay abreast of my videos. And again, thank you for tuning into JermaineAuNatural, and I will see you in the next one.